Now we will move on to the second important aspect of project management, and this aspect is project stakeholders. Okay. Now what is meant by a project stakeholder? Stakeholder or stake. What is meant by stake? That is having any interest in anything. Okay. So we will say that project stakeholder can be any person, any organization, or any group of people. Okay. So first of all, what we are saying that project stakeholder can be anyone. It can be a person, an individual, a living being. It can be also organization, or it can be group of people. Okay. Further, we will say that why these are project stakeholder. These will be stakeholder if, okay, they have interest in project, okay, or they are affected by project outcomes. Okay. So what we are saying that in simple terms, project stakeholder can be an individual, organization, or group of people having interest in the project, or they are affected by project outcome. Okay. So if there is any person, and suppose a project is going on, and if there is any person who is interested in that project, then we will say this individual is the stakeholder of project. Similarly, if there is another organization or group of people who are affected by this project, then we will say they are also project stakeholder. We will get a deeper understanding through example. Okay. So suppose there is a power plant project. Okay. Thermal power plant project. This project is a large project. Okay. To construct a thermal power plant, you need a large land area. So suppose we are taking an example that government wants to construct a thermal power plant. Okay. So to construct the power plant, the government will require land, a huge amount of land, several hundred acres of land. So suppose this is the site of this project. This is the proposed site. Proposed site implies that presently this land is not allotted for thermal power plant. Government is trying to acquire this land, and on that land it will construct the power plant. So suppose at present time there is agriculture field here. Okay. This land we can understood that it belongs to government. Okay. So even before this project, this amount of land was with government only. Government was the owner, but this land belongs to, suppose, group of farmer, 5 to 10 farmer. This is the land that belongs to them. And if government want to construct this project, then the government has to acquire this land also. So government will purchase this land from farmers. Okay. The term we normally use is called as land acquisition. Okay. We are acquiring the land, so it is called as land acquisition. Okay. This is a very common process, phenomena that goes on in any country. Okay. And it also becomes an important political matter, political issue. So we will say that government will acquire this patch of land from farmers. So first of all, my question is, are these farmer project stakeholders or not? So what we will say, these farmers do not have direct interest in the project. Okay. but these farmers are being affected by the project, okay, because if there was no project, then they will perform their usual activities of agriculture, but since government wants to implement the project, they will buy land from farmer, okay. So they are being affected by the project. They can be affected positively or they can be affected negatively. Either scenario could occur, and whether positive, whether negative, all these group will be called as project stakeholder, okay. Another example we can say for this only, since this is a thermal power plant, so what will happen, the ultimate outcome of this power plant will be electricity, and electricity is the outcome. So there must be a market or there must be a city where the electricity production will be consumed. So suppose there is another city here which will get electricity from this power plant. So in this city there will be a large population, there will be factories, there will be offices and so on. So what we will say that all these people are getting electricity from this power plant project. So in simple term we can say all these people have certain interest in the project. If this project will not get completed, then this city will not get electricity, okay. So we can say that these people are also project stakeholder, okay. So these farmers are stakeholder, city are stakeholder. Further on, government is government stakeholder or not? So we will say that government is an important stakeholder because it is the government only which has initiated this project, okay. The planning of, or we say that this thermal power plant is required, this requirement has been initiated by government only. So if there was no government, okay, or we will say that if government has not decided to construct the project, then this project will not have actually been completed, okay. So government is also important project stakeholder. Further we can say that there must be a contracting company which will construct the project. So this company will also be an important project stakeholder. So in simple term we are saying that for any project there are large number of project stakeholder. These city dwellers are stakeholder, these farmers are stakeholder, government stakeholder, L&T, Lanco, any company which is constructing the project also stakeholder, government and so on, okay. So in very simple term, a person, organization, group of people, all these can be project stakeholder if they have interest in project or they are affected by the project outcome, okay. Now having studied project stakeholder, now we will study what are the important stakeholders, okay. We have seen there are large number of stakeholders, but out of them few stakeholders are such that they are very important, and these important stakeholders are called as key project stakeholder, KEY, key project stakeholder. So the next topic we will study is key project stakeholder. So what we will say in simple term, key project stakeholders are those which have influence or authority by which they can affect the project completion or outcomes, okay. Very important thing, we are saying that there are large number of project stakeholders, but out of them only few are key project stakeholders. And who are key project stakeholders? Then we will say that those which have influence or those which have authority by which they can affect the project completion or its outcome. Okay. So, out of various stakeholders, few stakeholders are very important such that they can decide or they can influence or they have authority to affect the project completion, okay, or the affect its outcomes. We will understand this again through example. We have taken this example of thermal power plant. In this example, we have seen 4 project stakeholders. There can be various also. In the discussion, we have seen 4. One was government, another was contracting company executing the project, another one was group of farmers, and another one was city dwellers. Okay. So, all these are project stakeholders, it is okay, but among them not all are the key project stakeholders, some are key and some are simple stakeholder. So, let us take the example of government. Okay. Is government key project stakeholder or not? So, we will just verify, we will check in our mind whether the government can influence project completion or its outcomes or not. Okay. So, in simple terms, we have already discussed that government is the main authority which has decided to execute this project. Okay. If government would not have decided to construct the power plant, then this power plant would not have actually existed on the land. Okay. So, we will say yes, government is one of the most important stakeholder. It is only this organization which has decided to construct the project. Okay. So, we will say government is a key project stakeholder. On the other hand, if we take the example of these city dwellers, okay, this city dwellers, they will get electricity from this power plant, so they have interest in this project, so they are stakeholder. But any individual, any family, any society residing in this city, do these people have influence or authority on this project? Okay. What I am saying that, are these city dwellers having decision making power to decide whether this project will get completed or not? So, we will say no. Okay, very simple. For example, if we are staying in this city, let us say any city, New Delhi, Indore, Bhopal. So, even we do not know, if we are residing in Indore, then even we do not know from which power plant we are getting in electricity. So, if we are not knowing this basic thing, so how we can affect that project? Okay. So, we are just consuming electricity from any power plant, but we do not have any authority to influence completion of that project. Okay. So, we will say these city dwellers are not key project stakeholder. Okay. Another example, these farmers, these are group of farmers which have certain amount of land. Okay. So, these farmers are only project stakeholder here, they are not key project stakeholder. Why not key project stakeholder? Because government has purchased land from these stakeholder and this land is small. Government already had this large amount of land previously. So, suppose these people or group of farmer do not want to sell their land, what could have happened? Government could have purchased some other patch of land here also. Okay. So, they are project stakeholder, but not key project stakeholder. Now, further on, in practical terms, I am taking the example, these farmer, in my case, in our example, they were simple project stakeholder, not key, but they can become key project stakeholders also when, suppose this is the scenario. Okay. What I am saying is that this is the proposed site of thermal power plant and government previously had, let us say, 40 or 50% of land, and to construct this power plant government require acquisition of this large amount of land. So, if the land area is too large, and these farmer refuse to sell their land, then what will happen? If they are refusing to sell their land, then there will be, what we will say, then there will be contradiction between government objective and the people objective. Okay. So, if these group of people go in court, okay, if they go in court and they refuse to sell their land, then what will happen? This project will get delayed. Okay, government will not be able to acquire this land easily. So, if government has decided to start the project, let us say from 2019, and if government is not able to acquire this land, then project starting will get delay and more delay. Okay. So, what I am saying in the crux is that these group of farmer can be a simple project stakeholder if they were having a small patch of land, but they can also become key project stakeholder in our case, for example, if they are acquiring, if they have large amount of land. So, in crux, key project stakeholder vary depending upon the type of land, okay, depending on the type of project. In some project there could be 5 to 10 key project stakeholder, in some project there could be 3 or 4 key project stakeholder, and so on. Okay. So, having understood this, now we will study in all different type of project. Okay, key project stakeholders can vary, but in general 4 to 5 project stakeholders are such that they are always key project stakeholder in any project. Okay. So, what are these key project stakeholders? So, we will study important key project stakeholders, that is, in any project these 4 to 5 project stakeholders are always important. Okay. So, first is client, or let us say customer. Okay. Client or customer. Now, what is mean by client? Again, through example, different example, we will understand this. Taking this example only, thermal power plant. Now, understand the process. Government has initiated to construct this power plant, so it will advertise tender. Okay, it will advertise the tender for construction of this power plant. So, different companies, let us say L&T, Hindustan Construction Company, Lanco, and so on, all these large contracting company, they will fill the tender, they will submit the tender. Okay. And among these, any one organization will be awarded this contract. Okay. So, what we are saying here is that there is government, okay, and government has given contract to another organization to execute the project, construct the project. Okay. So, let us say there is government of MP, government of Madhya Pradesh, which wants to construct thermal power plant, let us say in any city. Okay. And this government will give contract to any company. Let us say L&T has been awarded this contract. So, it is the responsibility of this company to construct this power plant. Okay. But finally, this power plant has been completed by this company, but it will give authority, ownership of this power plant to government only, because ultimately the project was being floated by government. So, what we will say, our client or customer in this project is government. Okay. For L&T, government of MP is the client or customer. Okay. Let us say another example. Another example could be TCS, Infosys. All these organizations, they are IT companies and they execute different projects, large number of projects. So who are the client of these projects? So any company, let's say Infosys. Infosys is executing different projects, but it is executing for its different client. So there could be a company in USA, let's say any bank in USA, for example Bank of New York. So Bank of New York is a company and it is giving a project to Infosys. So for Infosys, this Bank of New York is the client. If the client would not have given project Infosys, then this project would not have been in real terms. Okay. So what we will say, this client Bank of New York is a key project stakeholder. It is the actual company which is floating the project. So here government of MP was client, in IT project any bank is the client. Okay. So this is one of the most important key project stakeholder. Now moving on to second important project stakeholder, and the second important is sponsor of any project. Now what is mean by sponsor? This is a very crucial project stakeholder, a key project stakeholder, but generally project sponsor do not come in larger picture or big picture. These sponsor work in the background. Okay. So in simple term, sponsor implies financer. Okay. We hear this term sponsor of any event, sponsor of any project. Okay. So what is mean by sponsor? Is the organization or individual who is financing this project. Okay. So again taking the example, thermal power plant, what will happen? This government has given contract to L&T, and in any thermal power plant several hundred or thousands of crores are required. So the cost of constructing the power plant is, let's say, 1000 crore. So from where this large amount of money will come? Will it come from government or will it come from L&T? So now we should know in practical, in reality, what happens is that 1000 or 2000 of crores are, this large amount is not given by government, or also this amount is not taken out by L&T. Generally what happens is that government will acquire land and government will give land to L&T for construction, and this big company, L&T is a big company, but even this company would not spend 1000 crores from out of its pocket. What will happen? It can spend 50 or 100 crores from its own profit, but a large amount of money is being taken as a loan from bank. Okay. So what will happen? L&T will take loan from bank to construct this project. Okay. So now we can say that in this example, who is our sponsor? So we will say bank is the sponsor. Bank is financing the project. If bank would not sanction the loan, then this project will not get completed. So any bank, State Bank of India, ICICI or IDFC, HDFC and so on. There are various banks which generally all commercial banks sponsor different type of projects. Okay. So we will say these are very important project stakeholder, because finance is the most important resource, or we can say that among different type of resources. What are the resources? Human resource, machinery, equipment, technology and finance. So among all these resources, finances becomes more crucial, because there is always scarcity of finance. Okay. So taking another example, let's take a real example, and a real example is DMRC. we have heard about DMRC because we are all engineers and we aspire to be part of this organization. Okay. So, Delhi Metro Rail Corporation. So, DMRC is a project which is ongoing. Almost 70-80% of the project has been completed and it is also expanding out of Delhi, that is in Faridabad, Ghaziabad, Noida and so on. Okay. So, in Delhi almost different lines of the metro has been constructed. So, if DMRC, or we can say in simple term Delhi Metro is the project, then who was project sponsor of this project, we should know. Again, let us say take the example of client. Who was client in this Delhi Metro? So, we will say the client was Government of India plus Government of Delhi. Okay. Both these government came together and they initiated the project. So, for this Delhi Metro project, we will say Government of India and Government of Delhi are the client, and who are the sponsor? So, in this project the sponsor was nothing but Japanese government. Okay. Different developed countries have surplus amount. Okay. So, different developed countries invest in developing country. So, this is one example. USA government could sponsor project, Germany government could sponsor project, but generally in present scenario Japanese government is investing large amount of money in India. Okay. So, this is a real example, and in this project a large amount of money came from Japan. Okay. And there is a particular organization in Japanese government which sanction amount, and it is called as JICA, JICA or JICA. Okay. Japan International Cooperation Agency. So, it is this organization which has invested finance in this project. Okay. So, what we will say, if JICA would not have sponsored the project, then this project would not have completed, because Delhi Metro project is a large, very large project. Okay. Several thousands of crores were involved. So, this large amount of money was not or could not have been financed through government only or private companies only or Indian banks only. So, here Japanese government helped us. We can take another example, most famous example, recent example, which is the most famous project which is being implemented in India, and it is related to engineering only. So, it is nothing but bullet train project. We have already seen this example in our microeconomics discussion. So, bullet train or high speed railway project. The official name of project is not bullet train project, it is high speed railway project. So, again in this project, high speed railway project, nothing but JICA is sponsoring it. Okay. And we all know that it is very famous example. In this project almost 1 lakh crore of investment is required. So, 1 lakh crore, this large amount of investment could not have been financed through Indian banks. Okay. So, here Japanese government helped us, almost 80% of this amount, that is almost 80,000 crores of loan has been sanctioned by JICA to this Indian project. Okay. So, again we can say the even initiation of this project was beyond horizon if Japan was not involved. It is only because of Japan that we are implementing the project. Okay. There are further various examples. We have seen sponsor could be banks, sponsor could be international organization. So, other example could be World Bank, Asian Development Bank or direct governments. Okay. And even individual could be sponsor for any project. Okay. Rich individual or a group of people or association or trust, all these people can also finance the project. Okay. So, these are the very important project stakeholder.